Hello and welcome to Sacred Symposium. This is part of my channel where I either do a channeling from spirits, from one of my team, one of the energies who wishes to join us, or recently I've been doing a little bit of mediumship where I invite energy into the room and see what they have to say. I do feel there is an energy here, which I might start talking to or with and see what I can hear. But the idea is that it brings you some solace is the word I'm getting, solace. So I think I'm just going to go into it. I do have my little blue crystal here in case I feel that it's actually a channeling I'm going to be doing, so then I can channel should I need to. I don't need the crystal, but it's just something I like holding for the vibration. The throat energy is blue as well, so it just helps open that up. But let's talk to the energy who is here. So I'm kind of imagining so this is a bit like mediumship. I'll tell you what I'm seeing and hopefully you might be able to tell who it is. I was imagining that there was a chair in front of me and he came and sat in the chair, and he did while I was just tuning in and organising and opening this recording. But now it's like he stepped back a little bit because I'm saying, here's a chair, come up and sit and speak to me. But now he's wanting to go a little bit further back and actually pose. So I'm seeing him almost like with his legs crossed, like denim jeans, and he's kind of got his arm up like that, and he's kind of got a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. So like to model, like to pose, like to be, t-shirt and jeans type of energy I'm getting. I'm getting the word swift. I'm not sure why I'm getting that word. Revolution, rebellion, that type of character. And it's almost like he might be saying that might be the portrayal of him, the image of him as well. Certainly he was someone who indulged at a young age, but he seems to think that is just a normal part of growing up, and the celebrity lifestyle where he was, that was all available to him. And a lot more, he's saying, which is not very nice, which is negative, which is a little bit sordid, he's saying. He was in a world where there were lots of powerful people colliding with young, innocent people, and took advantage of them as well, and their enthusiasm for, and also their blindness. So enthusiasm for the work that they were doing, but the blindness to the cruelty that was in front of them and was masked. So he said a lot of it was masked, a lot of it was hidden, a lot of it was in disguise. He seems to have negotiated past a lot of it. I'm hearing that there was a significant death for him, and previous a friend, I think I'm remembering who this is. And I'm getting that he might have passed in an accident or something. Seeing a motorbike, he may have driven a motorbike, but there was a significant death, and I'm getting a lot of turmoil, a lot of what you would call today PSTD, pain and suffering at the hands of others. This is all going to come out, and it goes right back. So it's a historic thing. And it's playing with power, people playing with power. He enjoyed his time on the screen, so we're talking about an actor here. He enjoyed what he got from it. So he got a certain amount of notoriety, a certain amount of fame. I'm seeing girls screaming. So this guy was very popular with women. He had his choice of women, he's saying. And he was young, and he met women. but he's saying he could never really connect. He might have had one true connection, but that might have been slightly earlier. I'm feeling that if that could have been a death as well. I'm not sure if that was a death, but there was a separation, but he could never quite get that link with anyone to that degree afterwards. So I feel there was someone significant. There was a great love, which is that sort of youthful, innocent, almost first love. So in your early teens, you know, that teenage kind of connection you might find with someone. 21 seems significant to him as well as an age. I'm seeing him and it feels like he's in like a flat, like he's just like doing stuff at home or in a flat, or there was a movie where he was doing stuff like in a house, in a flat, almost like the kitchen, and he's working on things. Something about policy now, it's almost like I'm seeing him like when I'm thinking that he's working on things, or it could be like him searching for something, him looking for something, him searching a room or a house to look for something, and I'm getting that it's like a policy, like an agreement, like a contract of some kind, a search. This was some sort of search with regards to this person. Could be the other energy coming in, but I feel it's him. Bandits. I'm getting like he had a group of bandits, like young lads together. There was a group of them. I think there was a movie actually. Very famous movie, and I can't remember the name. What was it called? Give me the name. Getting like young blood, young boys, which is interesting in itself, right? It's not forever young, but young. Oh God, I can't even remember the name of the movie. Give it to me. You're probably shouting it at the screen, right? He's bringing me to his parents now. Classic, old school American dream. Strict. I'm seeing him now like a little bit older, with the classic combing the hair back, like that. You know, like the Brill cream, the not like a spiky, but just the hair is up and he's combing it back. He's kind of doing a little jig in front of me as well. He's doing a little dance, because the energy that's presenting has been gone a while. So he's having, not difficulty, but he's slow to actually be able to deliver his old life to me. Video games, he's saying video shops, video games. You know, you'd find his movies back in the day when we used to rent a video. Blockbusters and Extravision. Heartthrob, he's saying, heartthrob. I'm hearing a case of one against many. So I'm not sure if there was a court case or something. Voice of truth. Something about establishing as well some rights within the industry, some rights within the film industry. Like it began as seasonal work, and then it kind of, I think when he found his place, it became something quite big, but it's almost like he got into it. He might have did theatre at school. This is a lucky break I'm hearing, like he had a lucky break. Young Ones, it wasn't the Young Ones, was it Young Guns? Young Guns? But I'm hearing also Blood Brothers, they were like blood brothers. Can you give us some other things, please? He said he had power and he moved around quite a bit, and there was tours, so I'm seeing him like in front of paparazzi, the kind back in the day, you know, when they had the big circle for the flash, so it's a little bit back, although that's probably further back, right? But it's almost like that flash, 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 so I'm seeing him in front of people, but almost being taken. It feels a little bit like, you know, how boy bands are, and they're created and then they're controlled. So there's a level of control over him and where he goes, and there was a lot of stuff just given to them. It was just available to them. So there's a lot of maybe intoxication that had occurred in some way or another, and that was allowed to happen. He's kind of saying he had other interests as well. I'm not sure if it was gardening or plants. You know, like horticulture, something like that. Legendary. I'm now seeing that ad for the soft drink, where the guy comes into the laundrette and takes off his jeans to put the jeans in for the wash. So that kind of vibe. Levi's, I guess, is a thing, right? Were they Levi's? I'm not sure. So there's a connection to the Levi's, to the jeans, to that. Poster child, I'm getting this like a poster child. So he advertised certain things. He may have advertised that soft drink as well, I'm not sure. May have advertised cigarettes. I can see little cups as well, like little you know, when someone does like an athletics or a tournament or something when they're young, and you get the little winner's trophy, like a little silver gold cup thing, you know, with the two handles, you know, you won a cup kind of thing. So he possibly did athletics at school or did some running at school, and got some prizes. I think he's kind of saying like I'm seeing him running as well, but I'm seeing him running like in almost like in the jeans and just these lace-up boots type thing, or these kind of like flat little plum sole type shoes, but they're worn and floppy, and it's almost like he's saying now he would like to have the opportunities people have now for that kind of racing and the kit that comes with it. There's a lot of kit. he would have looked after his health better. So it's that recognition that back in the day, even smoking or drinking or whatever, there was no real health concerns with those things. They weren't recognised as a health issue, whereas now he's very aware of that, and he's very aware of to have the opportunity again for a healthier life. So we'll just see if there's a message coming through. We don't want to do these mediumship sessions too long. I'm getting his name, but I'm also getting the name Martin. So I know that's not what you know him as, but I'm also getting the name Martin. There could be another Martin in the room, as in surname, which connects to his surname. So he's da, and then he's da, Martin. So I don't know where Martin comes in, but there's a connection in that surname. Like his surname would be his first name. It's like justice is still going to be served. He's kind of getting in really close to me now. His eyes are a bit bloodshot. He looks a bit worn out. And it feels like he's come through before. It feels like he does come through a variety of psychics that he can make his presence felt. Not to me before. This is the first time he's come to me. And he's kind of pulling up right beside me now. And he's wringing kind of his hands. And his hands look a little bit bruised, like his fist looks a little bit bruised and cut here. So it could be in a fight or a challenge, or maybe an injury in some way. By the way, all these things that I get, then I go online and I just try and find out if any of it makes sense, because I don't know what half of these things mean. Some I'm seeing. He's saying, thank you for having me. He thought he'd take the opportunity, he jumped in. I had asked earlier for a word to go out, so whoever wanted to come in to kind of get themselves ready. So it was just the first one I saw, so I thought, let's go with this one. He's almost kind of saying that he's been to a psychic as well. It's like either someone's come to his house, or he's been to a person's house who does like palm reading and tarot. So he was interested in alternative things as well. He's kind of saying that they were looking for proof or evidence, but it's almost like they were seeking some sort of higher point of view on their situation, because they couldn't go through the mainstream channels. There was things that you could only say to certain people. You couldn't say everything to everyone. It was like lockdown, he's saying. It's like everything that was ever being watched at one point, followed. So going to somebody like a psychic was a way to try and get a different answer, to get an outsider's point of view, to get truth. He's saying to find some truth. He said that's that bit done now, so it is sort of when they pass over, there is sort of time to say that that life has ended. He's in no rush to come back, he's saying. Maybe, maybe not. He's inviting some others in to meet me. Hello. He's just introducing me, sorry. There's still something about championing a cause. They're almost like asking me if I'll champion the cause. Putting this out there, someone will understand because someone has read his story and they will resonate with this. And he wants to say to you, you do have options. You can stand up. Now more than ever, you have the option to stand up for yourself, wants to encourage you to seek truth. Sorry, they're making my nose run. He's kind of going like the whole Hollywood thing's going to implode. But he's not here so much for the Hollywood stories, he's here for your story. He's here to say that there are hundreds of thousands of people with stories. And it still feels like more like he's on the side of somebody, he's representing somebody. His difficulties might have been contractual, but other people were abused, taken advantage of, lied to. It's like a cesspit, he's saying, a cesspit. I think that's more of his opinion now, perhaps, but maybe it was always that way. Any last bits of info, please? He's kind of referencing the tarot that we just did. So he said it's about healing, it's about learning how to heal, it's about doing it now, don't leave it. Do it now so you can enjoy your life. Do it now so you can enjoy what's left. Because otherwise you are the version of you that has been hurt by others. That's not the version that needs to carry on. You need to heal that, unpack it, heal it, slide it to the side, and be the version of you where you get to do whatever you want to do. He said, like, all these kinds of things happen in life, but what you want to think about is who you are and how you want to live the rest of your life. And that, like, kind of telling the story keeps you in that story. So deal with it, unpack it, move it, and settle into with new eyes this next phase of your life. And then every day can be a blessing, every day can be an adventure. And it's almost like you're living for them. It's almost like they don't get a chance anymore, but you're able to live for them. You're able to take advantage of what's still on the earth while you can. Get the juice out of it now. Everyone's got to go at some stage, and they'll welcome you back home. Oh, get shivers. Try not to mess up, but everybody messes up now and again. I'm just seeing him again, like in a picture of him. So very photogenic, very much modelling stuff in magazines and stuff. Maybe an anniversary coming up, don't know. Yeah, he's kind of really nice energy and just kind of settling in and happy to sit with us. But I am going to have to close the session, so thank you all for coming, everyone. You can make your way to the door now. Oh, so he's just put on his denim jacket and flipped up the collar as he moves off, and he's kind of like back at you. Not Elvis, but he's got a bit of that vibe going on. Kind of like lighting a cigarette and the head down, but the quiff up. Thank you very much. It's like he's complimenting me on my work now. Thank you. He's kind of getting into some sort of Cadillac. There's lots of lights around, like Broadway or a street, and maybe it's LA or New York, but there's lots of lights. It's like the Taxi Driver, you know, that movie when he drives through the city and it's just all these lights at night. It's kind of like that, and he's getting into this kind of Cadillac. I'm seeing it like a pinky red, like a cherry. Both of them getting in. And driving off, that might have been some sort of movie as well. Rider or something. Easy Rider? Don't know. Right, thank you so much for coming. If we can just get Lord Anubis to come in and clear all the energy as well. Thank you for coming through. May you enjoy your time back in the other realm. And I must close that door now to the other space. Draw myself back to this life, to this earthly time, to here with you and me. Hello. And thank them for coming. And thank you for watching. Like I said before in the mediumship sessions, if you think you know who it is, leave a comment below. I'll be interested to see what you got, what you felt, if you noticed anything or you were seeing anything as well as I was going through that. But I'm going to go now and do some Googling and see if any of that made sense. So thank you very much. Take care of yourselves for now. Blessings. And I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.